one thing that we've thought a lot about is how do you scale a high-touch company without sacrificing customer success? How do you automate those touch points? And we really subscribe to the notion that we heard from Airbnb's founders, which we do everything manually until it becomes too painful to do it manually, and only then do we automate. And the reason for this is it really allows time for learning. So you can learn so much about the process before you have to automate it. And for us, this has been, I'll give an example of our customer feedback process. In the beginning, we were doing this very manually, where we had somebody from customer success reaching out after every single appointment and getting that feedback. And that was a lot of work. But those early conversations really helped us understand the feedback that our customers wanted to give us. And a lot of times it had nothing to do with the questions that we were asking. So we were able to take all of those learnings and put it into a much more effective customer feedback process, automated process that we use today. And the great thing about being at this stage of a company is that we have a lot of data that we're now able to take and start finding similarities and finding patterns with. So I talked a little bit about our ideal customer profiles before, and that's important because similar customers are going to have similar problems and that we can provide similar solutions for. And for us, 99% of our legal customers are going to be raising the same types of tickets. So we've been able to start creating processes around those specific types of jobs that make it much more easy to scale and to automate. Another point that I want to make is when you're identifying frequent issues that come up, especially when issues that come up when you're dealing with customers, it's important to be able to read between the lines. So for us, it's not just about asking what is it that the customer is asking for. It's understanding what the customer actually needs. And I'll use an example from our invoicing. At one point, we had 30 different customers asking for 30 different lines on their invoice. And this was taking a tremendous amount of time, as you can imagine. And so what we did is we went and we took all of those requests and we put it on a piece of paper and we started just categorizing and trying to understand what they were actually asking for. And in the end, what we realized is basically what they needed was a way to be able to bill their membership hours to different departments or different locations or sometimes their own clients. And when we figured that out, we were able to create a solution specifically for that issue. And that eliminated about 80% of the other requests that were coming in. And my final point here is just getting everybody on the customer success train. And Kristen talked about this in her presentation. I'll just touch on it a little bit here. But again, we've had the same experience. And I think there's always going to be friction between sales and operations or customer success. Sales is always going to want to go bigger. Operations is always going to want to run a tighter ship. And what we've done is we've really just embraced this friction and realized that iron sharpens iron. All the departments can really help one another learn more about customer success. And one thing that we've started doing is we've actually started having somebody from operations sit in on the sales process. So second or third sales call, a technical person will actually sit in, and this allows the customer to ask more technical questions. But at the same time, it allows us to start setting those expectations that maybe the sales team might not understand or be able to set themselves. And vice versa, we have our sales team actually sit in on operations meeting to understand what some of the pain points are that they're facing. And the idea is really for everybody just to understand the role that they play. And as Kristen said, that we're all on the same team and understand what those bigger picture goals are that every department has. And so it's our job as leaders to really help our employees understand how they're touching the customers and how they're giving input and really getting them excited about the customer success role. And then finally, in summary, the number one key to success is really focusing on the pain point that you're solving, finding that superpower and scaling around it and automating very late in the process and only when necessary, and making sure everybody understands their role in customer success.
If you're a business owner, you might be making running your business harder than it needs to be. Don't let old software slow you down anymore. It's time to upgrade to NetSuite. No matter what industry you're in, whether it's healthcare, manufacturing, advertising, hospitality, maybe you got a SaaS company, or dozens more, NetSuite can streamline your workflow and improve your productivity. And that's what it's all about, efficiency. Stop paying for multiple systems that don't give you the information you need when you need it. Take all that software that's decades old. Ditch those old spreadsheets. Throw them right in the garbage. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, your HR, your inventory, e-commerce, and more. It's everything you need, all in one place, instantaneously. Whether you're doing 1 million or 100 million in revenue, save time and money with NetSuite. Join over 24,000 companies using NetSuite right now. Let NetSuite show you how they'll benefit your business with a free product tour at netsuite.com/twist. Go ahead and take the tour and then see how all the scaling, big, important companies are using NetSuite. It's never too early to get in there and understand how NetSuite can change your business. Schedule your free product tour right now. NetSuite, NETSUITE, you know how to spell it. netsuite.com/twist to get that free VIP tour. netsuite.com/twist.